Opponent, Jane Richards.
Thank you everyone for being here. I can't stand behind that either. I feel like I need to be here closer to you, so I hope I'm not crowding your space in the front. Sir, I'm going to address what you asked first about Veterans Court. That is a subject that's dear to my heart. My husband is retired Army, my dad's retired Navy. As a public defender, I am up close and personal with people who come before the court. I see them in all of their sorrow. I see them in their stress. And as Judge Galena said, there is a large portion of people who have problems that are problems of the moment, but they're ongoing problems. A theme here today is the mental health issues. And I would call it a crisis, a mental health crisis. We've had military in conflict for the last 13 years. Those men are separating from the military, and not just men who are in combat. They're separating from a lifestyle. They get out, they don't know where their place is in the world, in society. Every day that they spent in the military, there was a chain of command. There were clear rules on how they operated. Even when they were in combat, there were rules of engagement, and they knew what those were about. Then they get out and they get into the community, and then they become maybe a plumber. They become an electrician. Now the job that they have is not nearly as important as it was when they were in the military. As my husband used to put it, he was a big fish in a little pond. And most of these guys coming out of the military were big fish. They were part of an important project. They were part of a bigger community. Then they get out and they don't know what to do with themselves. And as this gentleman put it, their cheese is slipping off the crackers. But it's not necessarily folks who were in combat. Folks who are in combat, they come back, they're suffering from PTSD. And that's something we don't talk about. Now you dovetail that with the mental health issues, the mental health crisis we've got going in our community. And when I call it a crisis, I call it a crisis because there's a lack of emphasis, there's a lack of money being spent on it, and it's that dirty secret nobody wants to talk about. Well, I've been there. I've been there with the clients. I've seen them cry, I've seen them do crazy stuff, and they've told me the reason why. That's why, as district court judge, I would have a veterans court. And sir, I've done some research into it. I recently had a client that was ex-Special Forces. He spent 8 years, 4 different tours over in Afghanistan and Iraq. He didn't know what to do with himself. He told me that, he said, I was something special. Now I'm nobody. He ran afoul of the law. There wasn't much I could do for him. In the recent weeks, I've done some research because I've had another client that needed some connection with the Veterans Group. There's a Veterans Council over in Lewiston, just started up. The Veterans Council is to link these defendants with services in the community and to Spokane. I know that because I've done the research and because I've been there with the people. Now, many of you may not know me. I'm a private practice attorney out in Asotin. I was a public defender for 9 years in Asotin. I'm the city attorney for the city of Asotin. I have been in the trenches and I know the community. District court can be a force in the community. And I challenge the new sheriff. I challenge the prosecutor. I challenge everybody within the system. Put your money where your mouth is. If this is important to you, then link up and have a collaborative effort, just like what they do over in Nez Perce County. Nez Perce County Drug Court is a collaborative effort, and their drug court is very effective. It reduces repeat offenders, but I guess the overall picture that they give to the community and to the person is, you matter. You matter to us. And we're going to invest the time in you. We can do that in district court. We can do it with very little expenditure, making use of the resources that are already in the community. Nothing has changed in 25 years in district court, and that's a shame. because there is so much that could be done. We are not currently serving the community. We've got these service members coming back. We've got this mental health, this segment of the community that's marginalized. And just saying here, go do this and go do that, that's not enough. We're not serving them. We can do that. I can do that as your district court judge. I bring to the bench a vision, and I am bringing the challenge, and I'm throwing this challenge out to everybody in the system. Let's all work together and make this happen. We can do it. We can make use of what's there. And you know what? We can demand that more be put in place. We can become a force. District court can be something. As opposed to a people mill, we can be a force. We can help the community. So I'm asking for your vote. If this is an issue that you feel is important, then I'm asking for your vote. Thank you.